I'm Cape Joel, and this is Comic Smack, your weekly, daily, all the time, anytime comic show where I give you your fix of everything you need to know from the world of comic books and superheroes. And on today's show, we're taking a closer look at Daredevil issue number 23. Matt Murdock is changing the legal game in New York City, and that's making him all sorts of enemies, maybe even She-Hulk. Let's hop on in together and find out what happens next, shall we? Alright then, so as we join the comic, Wilson Fisk the Kingpin is enjoying some light cardio while also speaking to his new legal counsel, a creepy man who goes by the very apt name of Legal. Chances are you might not remember this character if you didn't read Charles Soule's very underrated She-Hulk run. More or less, this dude's origin was he was the entire legal department for Stark Industries, battled Jen Walters in the courtroom, but was ultimately defeated. Now, Kingpin wants to hire him to kill this new initiative that Matt Murdock is trying to push through that would allow costume superheroes to actually stand trial as witnesses, without even having to reveal their identities or nothing, and he's ready to spare no expense in making sure this doesn't affect his day-to-day operations. Now, Legal loves a challenge and is more than happy to battle this out in the courtroom, but Wesley, Kingpin's #2 man, is already readying a backup plan, namely hiring Tombstone to go kill Matt Murdock. Well, geez, if you're already readying a plan B, you must not be all that confident about plan A, am I right? From there, we transition on over to Matt Murdock, who is visiting his favorite lawyer bar so he can have a one-on-one conversation with Jen Walters, also known as She-Hulk. As with most times in this book, Matt Murdock meets a superhero, it gets a little bit more awkward because he knows who they are and all their secrets, but they don't know who he is. Matt's also super freaked out to see Jen not as She-Hulk, but as her regular, everyday human self. For more information on that, read her solo ongoing right now, which is quite good. As a superhero and law professional, Jen is pretty interested in what Matt is laying down right here, right now. It's revolutionary. It could change the face of crime fighting in New York City. No longer would heroes have to drop villains off at police stations and hope that the justice system will do the job. Of course, Jen also wonders why Matt wouldn't take a big legal breakthrough like this to his best friend, Foggy Nelson. After all, hasn't Foggy had probably the most interaction with Daredevil than anyone? It's a very sore subject, as the breakup between Matt and Foggy has been one of the bigger focal points of the Charles Soule era on Daredevil. Luckily, our hero doesn't have to think about it for too long, as it's at that point Tombstone shows up with murder on his mind. Matt gets himself chucked through a window, and because this is a lawyer bar, we all know no one's gonna be a hero there. So essentially, Daredevil has a couple very hard things he has to do right now. One, he has to keep making it seem like he's a blind man. Two, he doesn't want to out his identity to anyone else, especially not She-Hulk. And, you know, also not get murdered, because that could really jeopardize the trial if he was dead. It's here, too, for the first time, Matt ends up seeing She-Hulk's terrifying new Grey Hulk form. Again, if you want more information on that, go check out her solo book, but essentially she's stronger, more bestial, and less intelligent than regular She-Hulk. This leads to a truly ironic moment wherein Daredevil must actually protect Tombstone, the man who not a moment ago tried to kill him, from getting killed by his friend She-Hulk. The good guys are able to run off Tombstone, but the fight is long from over. Matt now knows that if someone is gunning for him, it's because they feel threatened with what he's attempting to do in court, and it's only going to get a lot harder from here on out. And that's about where Daredevil number 23 begins to wind down. Overall, I enjoyed the story. I felt it carried a lot of hallmarks of classic Daredevil stories, wherein Matt Murdock must balance his job as a lawyer and his responsibility as a hero. Checking in with She-Hulk 2 was also nice. Charles Soule wrote the character for a little bit, and it's clear that he still has a lot of love for Jen, especially because he's bringing over some villains and concepts from his run. As a fan of street-level bad guys, too, I was also completely tickled by the idea of Tombstone returning to more of his super mercenary roots and less of the gang boss thing. Overall, a pretty solid issue, which is why I would give it a 7.5 out of 10. So that's Daredevil for the week, everyone. I hope you enjoyed it, and as always, if you're in the mood, why not check out some of these other videos I have on offer. Then, of course, you can always follow me on social media. I have links both on screen and down in the description of this video. And hey, if you're looking to catch up on this or any other book in trade, you can over at Book Depository. I have a link, and if you use it, not only will you get a great deal, but you'll be supporting me in the channel at the same time. Until next time, everyone, this has been Cape Joel. Thank you so much for watching.